And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the last podcast of the 2025 season. And man, what a podcast it is. This is a very special one. Welcome to the Think Blue podcast. I'm your co-host, Colton.
I'm Jeremy.
And we have a very special guest, our pops, our father, the one that got us into baseball, the one that got us into Dodger baseball. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm their dad, Larry. And I'm very proud.
Nice.
Love you guys.
Love you.
You guys do a great job on your podcasting.
Thank you. Your mic is a little cutting off, but we'll work with it. It's all good. Yeah, there's so much we want to unpack in this podcast. And Dad, Game 7. Obviously, me and JD watched it together. I want to hear your reaction because obviously we won, so there's not much to say that we could have done better. We won, but what were your reactions going into Game 7 and just through that whole game?
Oh, man, talk about a roller coaster. I think I felt every emotion known to baseball fans that you can have. I mean, it was low with the first 3-run home run. It was high with Muncy hit a home run. It was just every emotion you could think of. It was just a wild, wild Game 7. One of the best Game 7s I've ever seen. It was crazy.
One of the best games ever.
One of the best games, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's man, there's so many things that we're going to talk about just on Game 7 alone, but the World Series as a whole was probably the best World Series I've seen with my own eyes. Not even as a Dodger fan, as a baseball fan. I don't think there's maybe the 2013 Cardinals versus Rangers World Series was pretty crazy. But yeah, this World Series had everything you could have asked for with drama and storyline and history and just USA versus Canada. All these things just created a beautiful story for baseball. What were let me ask you guys this. What were some of the key moments that you're gonna look back on in 10 years and be like, that was huge? That was the turning point of Game 7 or World Series in general.
Go ahead,
Off
baby.
the top, I mentioned it to Colmer. Dave Roberts eating Dookie and trying to race Ha-Seong Kim and him falling, getting the guys going. That goes unnoticed a little bit. I've seen a few people talk about it, but in like the most high tense situation, Dave Roberts is going to try to race a guy and eat crap.
Yeah.
And he got the guys fired up, got them going. That's just one thing I can point to off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to hear Larry's.
There were so many things that were just key that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. I mean, which, by the way, is my life's a few years shorter because of this game.
Yeah.
It was just so crazy. But just with everything said and done, I mean, how about Miggy Rowe hitting the home run in the ninth? Of all of the players that we have with home runs, Miguel Rojas to come up and say, I got this, guys, hit the home run to keep their whole series alive. That was nuts. Who would have thought? I mean, if you were betting that, crazy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What was better, Miguel Rojas home run or Kurt Gibson?
Oh,
what was more impactful?
I'm going to sound like, oh man, but I mean, I think Kurt Gibson's home run was so iconic just because of the whole storyline. Him being hurt, not even supposed to play the game, limping up against the best closer in all of baseball, Dennis Eckersley.
Yeah.
Just the whole story behind that home run. But this was up there. Miguel Rojas, it was up there. I mean, for Dave Roberts to have, I didn't think he was going to allow Rojas to swing the bat. I mean, I guess who do you have on the bench that was going to come in, but just for Dave Roberts to have faith in him and he come up and just hit one for the boys. That was something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and your mom were screaming. We couldn't believe it.
Yeah. JD, that's such a good question. I never even, my opinion, I think Miguel Rojas home run means a lot more to me
Yeah.
than Freeman's walk-off grand slam in game 1 last year. I think
Yeah.
you expect that type of swing from Freeman and Shohei
For sure.
and Mookie and Will, but the 9-hole hitter out of all of our payroll guys, all you want to say about us spending money, you give up a home run to Miguel Rojas out of anyone in our
Dude,
whole
Joe
organization.
Davis was shocked.
Yeah.
Because he's seen this team all year. He saw Miguel Rojas hit a home run, and he said, "No way!"
No way. That encapsulated the entire series. But that for sure were the best 2 words that described the moment. No way. Not only did it happen in the 9th inning with 1 out, Miguel Rojas, of all people, barreled up and went yard. That was crazy.
And I think that's the beauty of baseball, is because that was Miguel Rojas' first home run off a righty the entire year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And for it to happen, bottom of the 9th, 1 out, 3-2 count in a hostile environment, is and Miguel Rojas, honestly, I think you even take away that, okay, obviously that home run helped us win the World Series, but Miguel Rojas, if Miguel Rojas wasn't playing in game 6, that double play at the end wouldn't have happened. I don't think Edman would have picked that ball.
100%.
Miguel Rojas made that play at home after slipping and almost falling, made an unbelievable catch. Unbelievable play, perfect throw. I mean, this was the most dramatic World Series I think I've ever watched, but Miguel Rojas is in my opinion, I will never, and I think that was his last game as well. I think he's retiring.
Yeah.
I will never say anything bad about Miguel Rojas ever again in my life. Ever. Miguel Rojas showed exactly what a baseball player is supposed to be, and it's just
absolutely
beautiful.
He's
absolutely
frozen in carbonite in the annals of Dodger history.
It's wild because he
could never have to fly a drink.
He was also the third baseman when Kershaw threw his no-hitter. So it's like Miguel Rojas has been in Dodgers lore.
Yeah.
But I mean, for him to do that, and then I want to break down the entire World Series, but I think Game 7 is just so important because that's Game 7. But
it was really Game 8.
Yeah,
we played 2 games for Game 2.
18
that is
3.
Yeah,
that is true. Yamamoto, man. Let's talk a little bit about him. I think Dad, you grew up in the 88 team. You grew up with Hershiser. You saw what he did. Like for me and JD, this is our Oral Hershiser moment. And it's incredible. I think what Yamamoto did this entire postseason is incredible. I mean, he pitched 2 complete games. We haven't seen a Dodger pitcher do that in my entire life in the postseason.
Yeah.
We saw him pitch game 2, shut them down. Game 6, shut them down, and then pitch 2 2/3 in game 7. And he warmed up. He warmed up in the 18th inning game. It's just like, people want to talk about money, and I can't wait. I'm going to get to the money part because I have so much to say about that. A lot of people think that money makes players worse because they already have what they need. They have big contracts. They don't care. Money can't buy you that. Money can't buy you someone risking their health, their arm, whatever, to win a World Series. And Yamamoto said, I'm going to do it. And Yamamoto deserves 3 rings after that performance. It was insane what he did. It's beautiful.
And to me, he was if you don't give him the MVP of the World Series, something's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take there's a lot of contributing factors. I mean, Will Smith set the record for how many innings he caught in the 7-game World Series. He basically caught 2 games. Was that game 5? What was the 18th inning game? Game 5?
Game 3.
Game 3.
Oh, Game 3. Caught every single game, hits the home run in the 10th inning that basically put us ahead for good. So you
Hit
just
two.
have a lot of people. Yeah,
2 go-ahead home runs that World Series.
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a lot. You had a lot of heroes, but the bottom line is if we didn't have Yamamoto, we're fucked.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
Yeah, it's man, looking back at it now, I wish I can relive Game 7 from the first inning. That was just it's such a beautiful game we get to watch. And like, Dad, you even texted us at what, after Game 5? You're like, I'm so sorry. And I mean, I'll be honest, we all thought that the series is over. You texted us,
Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry that I made you guys Dodger fans, but after Game 7, I'm so proud of this team. And like I said again, money can't buy what the Dodgers just did. But money can't buy that. And it's crazy because I have the World Series stats, and everyone says it, and I agree. The Blue Jays were the better team in the World Series. It's
yep.
Let me say this. There was only one Dodger hitter this entire World Series that hit over 300. The Blue Jays had
So
1,
bad.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 players that hit over 300. 1 player that hit 480. We got outscored. We got outpitched.
How many players wedged a ball under the wall?
Yeah, I mean,
that was crazy.
like JD, like you've seen it on our TikTok, man. There's so many. I respect the Blue Jays so much because they're such an incredible team. I despise Blue Jays fans. I think they're worse than Padres fans, in my opinion. But oh my goodness, like the
They
amount
were
of
very cocky.
yeah, the amount of crap talking that was going on in our TikToks is just insane. But the Blue Jays were a better team, and what mattered most though is I was thinking about it today. There was not one hit the Blue Jays had that was like clutch. Not one.
Yeah.
If you think about it, not one. Okay. Game. Let's go game by game. Game 1. What's Dalton Varsho hits a 2-run home run off Blake Snell, tied it up.
I
Okay,
don't remember Game 1.
Great. And then obviously they got 11 off of us. Like they were winning that game already. Game 2, we shut them down. We won 5-1. Game 3, they had all the chances in the world to break that game open in extras.
Yeah.
And so did we. But we held them. Game 4, they smoked us early and we just didn't have fight to come back. Like, the Blue Jays never had a clutch moment this entire World Series run, and I'm going to stand on this hill. That ultimately is what won us the series. Is we hit when it mattered most, and we played defense when it mattered most, and we ran the bases better when it ran most. Game 6, Addison Barger getting doubled up. That can't happen. That cannot happen. And
I'll go as far as to say we only hit when it mattered, and we didn't hit a single time else.
No, I mean,
and for how many of our players hit over 250? I bet there weren't too many.
Let's see. Will Smith and Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani hit 333 in the World Series. Will Smith hit 267.
That was it.
Wow.
Mookie Betts hit 138. Freddie Freeman hit.
Show me Pajes.
Freddie Freeman hit. Andy Pajes went. He hit 63. Max Muncy hit 214. Teo hit 241. Kike hit 179. Like, you look at these stats and you're like, how did the Dodgers win the World Series?
That's crazy.
Even like Yamamoto is the only pitcher that actually dealt. I mean, like, even our pitching didn't do well. It's just we came.
How did we win?
We showed fight. Miguel Rojas hit it. Like, it's just like insane. But I'm also looking at this lineup of pitchers and hitters going back to September 30th, which is actually our first postseason game. Think about that. September 30th was our first game against the Reds. That was such a long postseason run. I look at every single person on this lineup, and they had an impact, and they had a moment in this entire postseason, which is beautiful. Justin Dean to throw his hands up with that wedge ball.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Fundamental. People can complain all they want. That was a wedge ball. That was the right call.
I love that it tapped, man.
That saved us. That saved us game 6.
Yep.
Andy Pages didn't do a single thing, but guess what? He was there in the right moment and made that catch in game 7, and now we won the World Series. It's like, it's those little things that mattered most, and it was just incredible. I mean, for us to go back to back on a World Series like that, I don't even know, man. It's like, I'm speechless right now. I really am, and I don't think I'll ever get over it. We won the most wild World Series I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole world against us. There's nobody outside of Dodgers fans that wants to win.
Yeah.
They painted this big picture of David and Goliath and the big bad billionaire Dodgers spending all the money and the little tiny, engine that could Toronto Blues. It's going to be a sweep. And even their own manager played that BS game about. I bet the Dodgers don't even know some of our names on this team. So they try to paint this David and Goliath scenario, knowing how good Toronto was, and it just didn't work, And they were a formidable team, and we just took down a great team.
Yeah. And like,
man,
I mean, I don't want to sound like this because it's easy to say they were lucky, but a lot of the hits also, Blue Jay, it just went their way. Like they put bat to ball better than the Dodgers. Dodgers are terrible at putting bat to ball, but this is what's so weird. I'm saying this, but we're World Series champs, so it's like,
I know
there's not another game after this. Like, you can't be like, okay, next series we gotta improve. We won, so this is a weird podcast to talk about improvement, but I don't think the Dodgers. I can't say that either. But if the Dodgers would have lost game 7 and lose this World Series, I would have been like, the first person that needs to go is our hitting coach. I still probably think that.
Yeah. He does have to go.
But we're World Series champs, so it's like, how do you fire someone after winning World Series? But yeah, Dad, I agree. I think there was a lot of like David and Goliath drama, and Blue Jays were gonna sweep, Dodgers were gonna sweep. I mean, everyone except the players. The players were the only people that knew that this was probably going game 7.
Yep.
The Blue Jays are the number 1 team in the East. Like, other than the Reds, the Dodgers had an uphill battle. And for the Dodgers, we have the best team in the world. But it's not like we beat 3 seeds and 2. Like, we beat the number 1 seeds going up. And yeah, it's just the narrative going in was this David and Goliath, and Blue Jays were like the underdog. Dude, they were number 1 in the East for a reason. Vladdy had one of the best postseason runs I've ever seen. But you look back, name one hit that mattered. Name one.
Yeah. Right.
He had one double, which is great. He did his job in the 11th, and that double play happened. By the way, I'm sorry I'm talking so much, but by the way, how do you not steal? How did the Blue Jays not steal in that situation? That double play.
I know.
Alejandro Kirk is the slowest runner in baseball. How do you not steal? That right there too. Outclassed, outcoached. The Dodgers have been here before. The Blue Jays just when the lights were the absolute brightest, they didn't perform. Yeah, it's just what a man. Like, I have just so much to say. Let's refocus back on Dave Roberts. Okay, who wants to start off and say what they want to say about Dave Roberts? Because I have something I want to say, but you guys go ahead. I've been talking too long.
Dad,
I gotta admit, I've complained about Dave Roberts for years. I think he gets way too loyal to players, and as a player, I'm sure I would appreciate him. But how long did he let Pajes go before he finally said, "Okay, that's it, you're out, Rojas in"? He just gets hung on these players. I don't know if it's loyalty or what it is that he just basically lets them just basically drown themselves.
Yeah.
It was pretty obvious after the Red Series that Pajes was lost. And when did he finally? When was he finally out of the lineup? I think he played in every game in the NLCS.
I think
Was it
game 5 he didn't start.
Of the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that he kept him in, and sometimes he goes to like Treinen in key situations when Treinen has been, and I love him. Treinen, he's a great guy, godly man, just a wonderful. He's been a great pitcher for the Dodgers, but he just hasn't had it this year. And Roberts goes out and grabs his right arm, bring in Treinen, and we don't know what's going to happen. So I've been a big critic of Dave Roberts, but I have to admit and give Roberts his roses. The buttons he pushed during the World Series were pretty amazing. I mean, mid at bat or mid inning, putting Pajes in center. But 2 swings later, he makes the incredible catch that Tommy wasn't going to make it. His bum ankle, he's not going to make the catch.
Yeah.
Bringing in certain, yeah, exactly. Bringing in certain pitchers at the right time. I think Robert's did a hell of a job, and I can't say nothing but good things. I mean, I think he probably let Shohei. I don't know if I would have let Shohei go that third inning. It was pretty evident that Shohei was running out of gas and missing his spots, and they were kind of barreling off. So bringing him out in the third inning, I think was a mistake. But other than that, he just everything he did worked. So I give him a lot of praise.
Yeah. Bro, go ahead.
Yeah, same thing. I've always been less harsh on Dave Roberts, because he has the numbers to back it up. Mm-hmm. But I mean, yeah, again, excellent job. I mean, Dad said most of my thoughts. Great job. Love the guy. He's up there with Tommy Lasorda. Rest his soul.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Tommy.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dad. I think Roberts holds on to players a little bit too long. I don't want to disagree with you because you made all the right calls right there. I think the use of the bullpen was phenomenal because there was, I think, the way I see Dave Roberts coaching, I see him like it's a boxing match where it's like, do you take a couple hits, or because I think when Dave went to try, because we had a terrible bullpen. Like how do you manage a postseason run like that with just one of the worst bullpens I think we've ever seen?
No bullpen, no offense.
Yeah, and it's like Dave did such a good job. He put in Treinen because he's like, you know what? I think Dave was just like, I don't want to put all my effort. I think he punted in a way where it's like he put in people that needs to make outs, but also like if we lose, we're not using our best arms in this situation. Because he knew there was another game happening. He knew there was game 6.
Kershaw was that guy.
Yeah, and it's like I told you when we were watching it in the Philly series, it's like I didn't like how when Kershaw got lit up in game 3, like it had to be Kershaw. But he also let him out there because the game was already over and Kershaw ate up innings and ate up outs.
Yeah.
Like I think he did the same thing throughout the NLCS, we swept the Brewers. Like there's great. But the World Series, like he used pitchers and I think Dave Roberts did a phenomenal job. And everyone who gets upset at Dave Roberts for putting in people in the lineup, like when they're not producing, Dave Roberts isn't swinging the bat. Dave Roberts isn't throwing strikes. Dave Roberts, he puts people in and they're athletic. It's not his fault that they're not performing. There was questionable calls. Yes, Dad, I 100% agree with you. Shohei should not have been out there in the third. I even told JD, I
Yeah.
was like, Shohei looks absolutely exhausted, and it's only the second inning. He's huffing and
Right.
puffing. 3 days rest. His adrenaline is going. Shohei did not have his off speed. He barely got out of the second inning.
Was
I think-
Shohei even like worked up fully from his injury?
I don't know.
Like I know he's healthy, but was he built up enough even?
Yeah, he looked exhausted.
He did.
I also think in Game 6, Roki shouldn't have been out there in the ninth. He was
No,
struggling in the
I agree.
eighth. I think he should have went Glass now off rip. But JD, you mentioned it in the beginning. Dave Roberts falling down. It sounds so stupid, but that changed our without Dave Roberts falling down in warmups before Game 6, we wouldn't have a ring, a back-to-back title. We wouldn't.
Yep.
And it sounds so
Let
stupid.
me,
Go ahead.
let me preface my criticism towards Roberts. I think during postseason he did a great job with bullpen. I was more talking about my criticism towards him in the regular season when our seeding was still up in the air.
Yeah.
And Padres were still nipping on our heels. We went to Tanner Scott.
Yeah.
When Tanner Scott blew every save, I think he set the record for 9 blown saves, whatever he did. He kept going to try in. But once it got to October, and we got a few regular pitchers in the bullpen, Sheehan, Roki, and he had a little bit more weapons in the drawer. I think he did a much better job in October than he did in the regular season. I know. I think Tanner Scott had some kind of procedure done on his back, was removed or something. But I was happy to see him.
Yeah.
Off the roster.
Yeah.
Because I think if he was in the bullpen, I think Doc at some point would have gone to him. So I think my criticism towards Doc this season was more towards the regular season.
Yeah.
But I think he made the right calls, and I agree with you, Colton. During October, I think he made some pretty darn good decisions in the bullpen. Outside of, like you said, letting Roki go in the ninth, bringing Shohei back in the third. But it's like you said, he's not throwing, he's not hitting. You make the call, and the players have to be the ones to produce. And for the most part, they did. And how about all 4 of our postseason starters having a time in the 7th inning? All 4 of them got in.
Yeah.
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 That was crazy. And we needed all 4 of them.
Yeah. I'm like, that is such an unappreciated. We talked about Rojas's home run and Will Smith's home run and Yamamoto, but for Glass now to eat up innings and only give up 1 run, he shut them down. Blake Snell did his job. Emmett Sheehan had the biggest inning of the night. He had the only 1, 2, 3 inning in the bottom of the 8th.
Yep.
Shut them down, gave us an opportunity. All hands were on deck and everyone did their job. And it's just like it's hard.
How did we win?
Yeah.
Everything we're saying is like stuff you would say when a team loses.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Jeremy. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. It's we won the division, but we won as a wild card team, which is kind of like not a wild card team, but we played the wild card series. That felt like 2 years ago. And here I'm gonna leave this out here before we move on to the next topic. The Dodgers still have not won a World Series. They're out of these 2 past titles. The Dodgers have not played their best baseball.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
2024, we had no bullpen. No starting pitching. No starting pitching.
No starting pitching.
We had a bullpen. This year, we had no offense. We had a starting pitching. We had no bullpen. What's gonna happen when this team is everything is going? Everything is going.
Fired on all cylinders. Look out! Look out if that happens.
And I don't know what this team is gonna look like next year. But
we do need to get younger.
We need to get younger. We are getting a little older.
Mookie's not getting younger. Freddie's not getting younger. Yeah. Shohei's getting a year older. But that's next year's problem.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We're back-to-back champs.
that's
That's right.
yeah. I mean, I think we touched up on all the things for Game 7 in the World Series. Let's talk about the season as a whole. It's weird. It's so weird talking about we're world champs. It's like, what else do you want
How
to?
about this?
What's up?
The Angels swept us this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was such a
Two
low
series.
point.
That's right.
That was such a low point.
That's
That Yamamoto almost
rough.
no-hitter. I thought the season was over that game against the Orioles.
Yeah.
Padres were in first for a little
That was
bit.
frustrating. Yeah, for like what, 24 hours, 36 hours.
Yeah.
This was like, this is such a well-earned World Series win, and a well-earned
Started the series in
season.
Tokyo.
Yeah, well-earned just season. All right, let's talk about the payroll talk. Who wants to mention something about that before I go off? Because I have so much I want to say about money.
I do, just quickly.
Go ahead.
Everyone, oh, you pay all these players, yada yada. Play that out. So you want us, the Dodgers, to just, settle for suck players? You want us to not try?
Yeah.
What, do we
Right.
don't just sign a bunch of rookies so everything's cheap? What good would that do? How is that fun? Okay.
Yeah, we apologize for having owners that actually want to win. And I saw an article. I wish I would have found it and brought it to light today. But how many owners around baseball are multi-billionaires that just don't invest on their team like we do?
Most.
Are we supposed to be apologetic over that? We're sorry. We have a bunch of instead of one owner, we have a person that want to win. And did you guys hear Magic Johnson has 18 rings as an owner and a player? He has 6 as a player, and he must
By
have
the way,
12. He has
sorry, just shout out
18
Coach
championships.
Mack. Sorry, just shout out Coach Mack. Dodgers now have more than the Giants.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Right. But we just have an ownership that wants to spend money on the team. And we, as Dodger fans, we should not be apologetic. We shouldn't feel sorry. If it ruins baseball, oh well. Hopefully it doesn't. But have your multi-billion-dollar owners spend some money and get your teams better, because we're going to continue getting the best available. Bottom line.
Yeah,
I'm sorry players want to play here, too.
Yeah.
I don't think people like realize the Dodgers weren't the only ones that offered Shohei that money.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Dodgers offered Yoshinobu Yamamoto less money than some other teams. What is bringing success to the Dodgers is not money. It's what happens in the organization, in the locker room,
Yep.
and on the field. What the players think about each other. Like the Dodgers created a culture that is so contagious for players that not only do they want to win, they want to just play baseball the best possible way and enjoy it. I mean, there hasn't been, obviously you got Bauer and Urias and like all that crap, and when that went down, like there was just some terrible chemistry going on, but like not since Puig, not since Puig, where there's been like bad locker room. Like this team is just so fun, and it's a family, and it's like the Dodgers created a culture, and the money is not, I don't think, what enticed players to come. Shohei Ohtani is making $2 million right now. Think about that. Shohei Ohtani said, I want to defer money because I want to build a winning team. He says, I don't want the money right now. Use it on someone else. That's not, you don't see Juan Soto doing that. Like, it's just, it's so stupid that people bring up money, because it's, the Dodgers are in a lose-lose situation. Like as if you think about it, if the Dodgers would have lost this World Series, it would be like, wow, all that money spent, you couldn't even win a World Series. If the Dodgers now the Dodgers win the World Series, wow, look at all the money you spent. You won the World Series because you spent money. It's like,
of course they're going to win.
Yeah, you can't pick a side. And like there was so many Blue Jays fans in our TikTok like, oh my gosh, well, money won you championships. Well, you got to pick one or the other. It's no one wants to talk about your sucky ass base running. No one wants to talk about your terrible non-clutch hitting. But it's because of our money we won. Yeah, because our money made our players hit 138 in the World Series. I'm sorry. Like, it's just so stupid. And it's just, I don't want to get it. I just can't anymore. Dodgers are World Series winners. If you don't like it, suck it. I don't know what to tell you. The Dodgers are going to win 2 more in the next 10 years. That just is what it is. As
cliche and Dave Franco as this is, they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Bottom line. Jealous. Absolutely jealous. And ask the Mets how spending money did for them.
Yeah.
They have the second or third highest payroll, and they're in Cancun. They were in Cancun during that trouble.
Yeah.
So don't tell me that money is going to automatically equal winning, because, like you said, Colton, it has to do with the chemistry. We have the best development, overseas development. Look at all these guys we're getting from different countries to come and play with us.
Yeah.
Just players want to come and be a part of the Dodgers because there's just something special going on. I mean, we have just world-class operations from our pitching coaches, through our training, through just from top to bottom, everybody is pointing the same direction, and that's just to win. And it's a great thing to see. And you guys had a great podcast a couple months ago about how blessed we are to be part and to root day in and day out for a team that wants to win and gives us the best product money can buy.
Yeah.
And I'll never take it for granted. I feel very fortunate to be a Dodger fan, and I love it.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned it before in like another episode, but and I know this is more last year thing, but obviously the Dodgers spent $700 million for Shohei. They made that back last year. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I did. I saw that.
They made that $700 million back in 1 year, and so the owner what's his name? Mark Walter.
Walter, yeah.
Mark Walter.
He is such a smart businessman. It's because he knows he paid the greatest baseball player we've ever seen in Shohei Ohtani, and he knew how much that was going to grow the sport into Japan. And he knew Yamamoto was on the market the year after. He knew Roki was coming in. And you don't see this type of growth because Shohei was on the Angels.
Let me ask you this real quick, Colton.
Go ahead.
How many teams that were trying to sign Shohei were able to play a video of the late Mamba trying to persuade him?
Huh?
I think none.
Yeah. And
money can't buy a Mamba.
You know what's wild?
That's
JD,
right.
I think we had a conversation years back. And when Shohei was, before he got signed to the Angels, all the teams were trying to go after him. Clayton Kershaw was one of the players that went out there, and Shohei didn't even show up. And we're like, dude, screw this guy. And now it's like we love Shohei. It's a wild, wild thing. But Shohei is just incredible. What he did this postseason, amazing. Like that 3 home run game in Game 4
and 10 strikeouts. That'll never happen again
against the Brewers. Like that's something
outside of the World Series, that Shohei Ohtani homer where he hit it out of the park, that was one of my favorite Dodger moments.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah. All right, you know what? That's a good little topic for a bit. Favorite moment, excluding the World Series Game 7. Favorite moment of the year. And I know it's hard because it's such a long season.
I gotta stick with that Shohei. Like, we have, go check out our TikTok, Think Blue podcast on TikTok. We have a reaction up of it, and I it was such an out of body, like the dude's pitching and he hits his second home run out of the stadium, like with he's in company with Mike Piazza, Stanton, Tatis, whatever. Didn't Stan Musial. Who else hit one out of Dodger Stadium? Stan Musial?
That was
Tatis' dad
Willie-
hit it out at Dodger Stadium, I think.
Willie Stargell from the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Stargell. Yeah, Stargell.
Yeah.
that was my top moment.
One of my top moments, obviously, Kershaw getting his 3,000K. For me,
Still mine.
was a top moment. But you know what's crazy?
Man, yeah.
This felt so long ago, but when Shohei Ohtani walked it off, when we went 8-0 against the Braves, that was this year, by the way. Remember that?
Oh, I really, really don't.
Shohei Ohtani hit a walk-off home run. We were down, I think, like 2 in the ninth or something like that. Or I don't know. I think
Was it a day game?
No, it was a night game. And I even texted you. I go, dude, Shohei's gonna walk it off. It's just, and I think it was on Shohei's bobblehead night, and we were 7-0. We were down like 1 or 2 in the 8th or 9th, and we came back and walked it off against the Braves. And I was like, dude, this team is going undefeated. And then we just had a terrible season. But for me, will be Kershaw's 3,000K.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you still mind Colton. There was a lot of good games this year. Yeah, that 3,000K was special just because it took so long to get it.
Yeah.
You knew he was going to come out. You're like, come on, dude, get it already. And when he got it, it was just something just amazing. And seeing his wife Ellen and the kids just teared up, and that was awesome. Because that was basically the last thing the man had to accomplish. The guy attained every other award: MVP, Cy Young.
That All-Star game was pretty cool with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it seems like the regular season was so long ago. I mean, I only can't remember a lot of the stuff that happened, but the whole season was just a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
You didn't know what you were going to get, and you just, please, Lord, help guys, just get over the Padres, make it to October, because we know when the Dodgers get to October, something special is going to happen.
Yeah.
But there was some scary times in the season when the Padres, we were up by 8 games, 9 games, and the Padres stormed right back. We went on a horrible losing streak. The Padres won all their games, and now we're in second place looking up. That was kind of scary. And then after we 24, 48 hours, we took over and didn't look back. But
I think the last 2 months we had a losing record. I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right.
No, we had equivalent record to the Rockies, I think. Like around there in the second half of the season. I think that's the beauty of the season, is like we fought so hard to make it here. And money, well, it's easy because you have some but you can easily give up in that moment and be like, season's over, or what. Like, it's Miguel Rojas, man. I still can't believe Miguel Rojas hit a Game 7 home run to help us get a ring.
Which had nothing to do with money. His contract isn't big.
No, absolutely not. Man, now that I'm thinking about it, it was a crazy moment. Clayton Kershaw coming in that game. Game 3, bases loaded, tied 3-2 count. And got Nathan Lucas out in a 3-2 slider, and he glove flipped it. Like, dude,
yep.
That was such a fun moment.
I'm nervous when you guys are in that moment.
I was a wreck.
Yeah, it's because it's just like I didn't want it to be him. I never wanted to be him.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
He's done so much.
It's been him too often.
Yeah, like it would have been another Kershaw October moment. But it's just.
Was that his last appearance?
That was his last appearance
of his life.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And JD, you
not
even
a bad thing to hang your hat on.
Yeah, JD, you even said it. Like, I agree. Like, how much Kershaw's my favorite player of all time. I named my son's middle name after him. It's just like, I really don't care that he's leaving at this point.
Yeah.
He-
Yeah, ended
he-
on the highest note possible.
He deserves to walk out, and I'm gonna miss watching him in a way, but it's also like, okay, see ya. We love you.
And I know, looking back, there's no situation where he goes in, but I wish he would have threw out the last pitch. I really wish.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
had to win.
Like it's such a weird podcast because it's like, this isn't a podcast where it's like, this is what the Dodgers is wrong. I hope they fix it next year. Like, we're back-to-back champions that haven't been done in 2 decades. It's just,
This is what the Dodgers did wrong, and I don't want them to fix it for next year.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what I do. I hope to see some of our farm system guys come up and play.
Yeah.
We'll keep.
I want Bobby Miller to get another look.
Yeah. Chris Taylor's a World
Is
Series.
there
winner.
any? Yeah, exactly. Have you guys heard any trade rumors? I know Kyle Tucker keeps coming to mind of the Cubs attached to the Dodgers. I don't know if we need to go out and sign a big. I mean, we need to solidify our bullpen first of all, for sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't.
Maybe a bullpen arm, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see us eating another contract or needing to eat another huge contract that may or may not pan out. We are getting older, but we're still, our guys are still in their prime. It's not like Mookie's 35 or 36. You know, we still got several good years with that 4, 3, or 4. And one thing I think, how frustrating is Teo, man.
Yeah.
He's the guy that you get pissed off at, and then he hits you a home run, and you're like, I love you, and then he makes a bonehead play and right field. What are you doing?
But
My emotions go from that.
Isn't that crazy? Is he was 3rd in average?
Yeah, that surprised me.
He had the worst looking at bats, but he was 3rd in average.
I don't believe that. I think you're lying.
He hit, so it's Shohei 333, Will Smith 267, Ayo 241. The closest
Postseason or World Series?
World Series. The closest thing to Teo was Freddie Freeman, and it was 207. No, sorry, 214, which is Max Muncy. Max Muncy's home run, by the way. Max Muncy.
Yes,
I didn't mention that. Yeah,
that's such a big home run. Radar. Oh my goodness.
I forgot about Max Muncy. That got us another runaway. You know.
It's
more postseason home runs than the Babe.
Yeah. One more question, and then we'll close it out. Is Roki Sasaki a starter next year?
Yeah.
I'll go. Absolutely. I know a lot of Dodger fans are, hey, he should be our closer. The bottom line is guys, nobody wants to be a reliever when they come in. No pitchers want to be relievers when they come up from the minor leagues or
yeah.
from the minor leagues. Everybody wants to be a starter. And if you don't have what it takes to be a starter, you're in the bullpen. And as dominant as he would be as a closer, I'd love to see him every 5 games just going after it. So I personally, he's going to be he better be a starter in my opinion. I think we have several no hitters on the horizon for that young man.
Yeah, isn't that wild that we found our closer in the postseason, and it's Roki Sasaki?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild that we're like, let's just throw him out there and see what happens, and he just became our closer, and he had some innings where we're like a little iffy, but he was dominant. He was disgusting. Yeah, like where else like is this like he had a pressure test this young in his career. Like it's not like he's gonna play 10 years and like okay, his first postseason game. Now his first season he's our closer in the postseason in a World Series run. Now
let me take you guys back to April where all the expectations and the limelight, this guy's this and that, he was everything in Japan. You guys remember him sitting at the end of the bench just basically crying because he stunk so bad?
Yeah.
He lost 4 miles per hour in his fastball. Guys were barreling up on him. I just remember vividly just what a disappointment, man. All this big talk about him, and he just doesn't have it. and then he gets hurt. Then there's news about him in the minors won 100 again, and he working on his ghost fourth ball. How about that pitch? That's unhittable.
Yeah.
That goes from waist high to in the dirt. Just it's sick. And then you're right, Colton. He gets he went 3 or 4 rehab games. The Dodgers liked what they saw. Tanner Scott was an absolute train wreck. They tried him out, and thank God. I mean, it was. You're right. Who would have thought that he would have come in and do the job he did? That was something else.
Yeah, it's just it's the my most favorite out of the 3 championships I've seen. By far my most favorite, because there's so much more than just winning the World Series. It's the whole storyline of the season. There's just so many things to look back on and be like, there's so many what ifs and so many like, how did that happen? Or like guys just stepping up once again that didn't expect to be a part of this team and did it. Even like, I mean, Alex Call didn't do
Phillies.
much. What's up?
The Phillies pitcher throwing the ball away had to lose the game.
Ryan Kirkring, like,
yeah,
there's just. It's just an unbelievable postseason run. Unbelievable season. And I'm just so excited for next year. And if we would have lost game 7, I would have been a wreck for a week and a half.
That'd have been hard.
Yeah. We were 2 outs away. 2 outs away. After that Kike at bat, I was like, it's over.
Oh, that was an awful swing. 3. I was already telling myself, you know what? At least we pushed the game 7. You know, we did the best we could. You know, we just ran out of gas. You know, we had to start in Japan. Where do we? Game 1 was that in
Tokyo.
Taiwan or Japan or Tokyo, and we just won the World Series. The guys are tired. I was giving myself every excuse just to not take the loss so hard. And then all of a sudden, Mickey Rose says, "Hey, big boy, don't fret. I'm gonna hit me a bomb right now," and just flip the entire World Series.
Can't even imagine sitting in Rogers Center, just like 2 outs away, and then Mickey Rowe just yanks your whole life.
Did you guys see the video? Did you guys see Dave Roberts when he hit it? The camera glanced on him, and I think he spit tobacco out, and then he put his hand on his head, and he was almost like he was in disbelief.
That's what I look like.
Did you see that?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, I look like that too. Disbelief.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we all this talk, we go back to Miguel Rojas, man. It's beautiful.
Yep.
Clayton Kershaw rides into the sunset. A back-to-back World Series winner.
I think the old saying is all roads lead back to Rojas.
Yeah.
That's a good t-shirt right there.
Seriously. But man, what an incredible season it is for our podcast and our TikTok, and I'm excited to see what's next for this. And Dodger fans, enjoy it. Dodgers, enjoy it. We're gonna probably take a little bit of break for the holidays and rest up and all that stuff. But what a blessing! What a blessing it is to be a Dodger fan. What a blessing it is to see Miguel Rojas. Anything else you guys want to say before we close it out?
I'll just say how proud I am of you both. I'll thank you for tonight. It's just such a joy watching you guys come up as Dodger fans, and now you have your own Dodger podcast. I know your mom would feel the same sentiment. I couldn't be prouder of you two. I love you guys very much. You guys are awesome.
Love you too. Thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to say, Dodger fans, way to be. You guys are back-to-back champs, just like we are. Yeah, we're going to take a little bit. I want to say thanks to everyone, and we'll see you guys in the next one, wherever you may be.